Hello and welcome to week 5 of the NECC season. We have a gold game here on Ilios versus... Always forget the name.
This is not Ilios.
Not Ilios,
And
on!
We are playing against University of Alabama and Huntsville Blue.
We are actually on Lijiang Tower. I know my maps. I'm Blakeu, captain and tank player of the white team.
And this is Stargarden, and I am one of the first-year members of the Overwatch White team, and my name is Leaf.
Going to see a beautiful game coming up as we see a rush already from Center Gold, and we're probably going to see similar from the other team.
Oh, that's because it's binaural. Glad you like it.
All right, as we get into the game, we see Sojourn Bastion coming out on Shrub and Cornfleas over here. Interesting to see on the rush as Center gets to the point first with the Lucio Sim TP. Playing around main point here, backing up a little bit, getting the wall off onto the Reinhardt, but not quite getting close enough there. Bastion turn mode coming out, and Center Gold has to back up just a bit. Fire strikes coming out and back and forth, no picks yet.
Ryan's really far in. They're not able to
Getting the pin onto the Ryan, lamp coming out.
Though.
Ooh, massive. Vespid going down from the amount of damage just output from Center Gold over here as they swap the point over to their side and enemy team retreats.
Yeah, I mean, getting that tank pick first is that's so crucial for Center. Obviously, that was just really easy for them to win a fight with them not having a tank.
Really the positioning there. It allowed Galvanino just to pin Vespid out of position into the team as Bastion turns early on to the left bridge side. It's going to be a little difficult to get on the point now as the damage spam from Center is also doing a lot. Reinhardt boosting around the left side with no health. Lucio going in too. They just get melted before anything can get done, and Sojourn getting picked off on the left side by Runner as well.
I mean, these Center plays are just absolutely nuts. It just seems like Alabama's kind of in two at a time, and Center's been able to capitalize on every single one of their pushes.
Really, Alabama needs a group up here. Runner just barely missing the TP in time. Lucio just not quite speedy enough, and we see Center has 2 ultimates on deck, almost getting 2 Photon Bearer on Who's James, but we see Batter coming out from Vespid first, not Galvanizo, so Center dropping the window early. Runner getting the double move, let's go!
Then it will get the triple on the
Getting the quad kill, that's the Runner play! Hanzo Mage jumping off the map, denying the 5k as Runner just dominates on Lijiang Tower. That is going in the highlight reel.
If Runner didn't already have beat, they would now. Already having beat way ahead of their enemy Lucio. That is...
The ults are just so far in Center's advantage right now, it's crazy. Bap's gonna get another ult soon. The big wall there, Turbo too. Center has so much here. No shield for the Shatter though, but Shatter doesn't get Reinhardt. Blocked by Vespid as Center's getting a little scrappy here, committing a lot of ultimates. Beat.
Another beat from Runner coming out, getting all those boosts.
We see the point saved, and it's only Bap and the ult usage. Just 4 ultimates versus 2, 3 during the fight. In the ult first, there's no opportunity for Alabama. Pressure for touch, but she's not gonna last much longer. Runner jumping off the map.
Roll out. You can't be doing that.
As Alabama's starting to get the touch in last second, they could really use Runner in this fight as Galvanizo charges in, getting punched by a Doom stall. Enemy Lucio, but Vespid is charged up. Carp shooting down Vespid and Pert mode coming out as well. And it looks like Center's gonna clean up, but ooh, that got a little hairy down there.
Going from the 4K on Runner to missing the rollout. I mean, that's just the different ends of the spectrum for Overwatch.
You gotta get your highs and you gotta get your lows, and Runner is well known for running between those.
Absolutely. That pun, I mean...
As we go to Lijiang Control Center, a bit more of a closed map, a bit more choky, and we see Tracer coming out on Shrub for Alabama now, and the Orisa from Galvanizo for the close range. Just space domination. And I can already guarantee you the first ultimate of this map, it's gonna be a Toonie Baptiste window. Always is the first ultimate to come out. Second it pops up, a fight either is win or lost by Center here, and most of the time it's a win. TPing right out of spawn, swapping off of the Sim onto Bastion, getting the speed boost as well from Runner. This is a practice strategy. You're all gonna get there in time. Bastion turret mode in the wall coming up. Galvanation taking a lot of damage, but gonna be able to get out just in time as the Bastion Turbo and Immortality. Massive. Galvanese are taking a bunch of damage, but Alabama's taking a lot too. Walled off on the other side. This is their chance to push in, but they don't have the damage output yet. Carp almost getting taken out. Barely missing the charges. Galvanizo gets picked off. A trade onto the Baptiste. This could actually still go in Sinner's favor, but they decide to back out with the tank loss.
Yeah, I think that's a smart play. Not having your tank be crucial to the fight.
Ooh, Baptiste almost getting picked off as he retreats. And who's James? The large, chunky robot is not going to be fast enough. Hitbox is too big, and honestly, the situation where the Baptiste was dead, that advantage is gone now with that early pick from Alabama.
You gotta make sure you play all those angles. I mean, I know this map's kind of hard, but it's kind of rough. You having Lucio is really nice. The early wall.
Forcing early wall, that's really good here. Turret mode coming out from Who's James as well onto the right side, forcing some back. Turret mode coming out from Shrub 2, almost getting picked. Looking at the ult, we see Toonie, Window, and Blizzard coming out for Corn, please. Who's James getting artillery as well. A lot of damage, and that's a third ultimate beat to secure the fight for Alabama. I honestly think that was an overcommitment there, which could go in Sinner's favor.
Yeah, I think using 4 ults in one fight is absolutely overkill. Sinner coming up on a lot of their ults here. A lot of game-changing ults too, so this could be an absolute wreck for Sinner going up into the last few fights here.
All right, we're speeding into point. Second time already. Wall coming out early. Galvanizo taking some damage, but not getting picked. Always the worry. Ooh, getting low there as Turbo comes out from Who's James as they push on to point. What ultimate is going to get used first? There's Window from Toonie onto the left side as Reinhardt rushes around, getting close to Shadow. We know Vespid is looking to push Q as soon as he gets it. But he's getting melted by Sinner Gold, and Vespid goes down as Artillery Strike goes as well. Carp dueling on the right side. Almost getting the snipe.
Using wall to go push that
Ooh, and headshot snipe as Shrub jumps off the map to prevent ult charge. And we see the point go to Sinner for the first time in control Sinner, and we still see 3 ultimates on deck versus 2 from Alabama.
I think Sinner having beat for this fight is actually going to be very, very important. The only ults that Alabama's come up with, Shatter and Window, they're good ults, but having beat can counter both of those.
They're looking to use an ultimate here in this fight for sure as Wall goes down, and Carp coming in the flank with the Blizzard. That May's gonna get frozen. That Ryan's gonna get frozen. They actually rotate around. The May freeze is forced from both sides. Wall coming out too. Carp is blocked off. Galvanizo's taking a lot of damage too. Wall coming out from our own May, and there's the Terror Surge. Gonna secure the Ryan kill. Gonna get Lucio low, and the May's gonna get picked off as well by Who's James turret mode. And they're gonna bully the Bap. I don't think he's getting back into spawn. Gets speared right in there, but Lamp is taken out. We see Alabama has 5 ultimates now. Only beaten Window. We see another Window already though, which is really massive. They have to ult first here, Sinner. If they don't ult first, they lose the point. Artillery Strike coming out from Shrub early into the fight. Going to see where land. And there goes the Window as well, and that's ultimates coming out first.
And there's Beat and Blizzard.
Beat and Blizzard, that's 4 ultimates being used. Beat coming out from Sinner College just in time to save Galvanizo as runner on the sides, and this fight's gonna go in Sinner's favor as 4 ultimates came out for Alabama and only getting 1 pick onto the Carp. Turret mode coming out too. Artillery Strike just about ready for Who's James. Go to instantly go for it as Bastion starts to play, but getting pushed aside by Arisa. Ryan's gonna get taken out too. Point flips back to Alabama as they get more percent onto the point, but if this fight's won, Alabama can't do much. Turret mode coming out from Shrub again, but Alabama doesn't have the presence to stay on point. Spear coming out, but not enough. Baptiste jumping around point, and Alabama gets picked off 1 by 1.
Just the ultimate usage there from Sinner was absolutely key. They went into this fight with less ults, but they just knew exactly when to use theirs.
I was stressing the importance of using their ultimates first, but I think Alabama may have overheard me and pushed Q before they are actually onto the point.
Yeah,
and it allowed Sinner just to rotate around. And we're going to see it play the game from Runner here.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be great.
There we go.
And let's just say how amazing this play is and how exquisite his gameplay is every second on the Lucio. As we see, the double boop coming out. Would have gotten 3 if that wasn't a Lucio. And already has beat on this point. 1, 2.
Oh yeah.
Perfectly,
10 Lucio
for sure,
left.
gliding into position just to hold left click as he gets swooped around to get both kills. A graceful play from Runner, and we will see you on the next map of Hybrid soon.
Welcome to Blizzard World. Initiating match.
Hello and welcome to map 2 of week 5 of the NECC season for Center Gold. We're going to beautiful Blizzard World with Center College Gold on defense and Alabama on the offense. Excited to see what we see this game as we go to the very moody nighttime Blizzard World.
Ready for battle.
Seeing a Widow already from Corn, please. I'm excited to see, and we see the classic Sigma comp coming out from Center Gold here to defend. It's their strong suit. They know it well, and they will execute it perfectly. Excited to see what Alabama pulls out to try and stop them as they get set up onto the high ground of back point. And of course, Tooney here does not enjoy fun as he is shooting down all of the playful balloons around.
Hit scan training. What are you talking about?
Truly reprehensible behavior coming out from our support player here on Center Gold.
No, he's not just shooting nothing. It shows up on different screens. He's definitely actually shooting balloons.
Definitely, totally.
Hey, even with the Widow pick, the first part of this map,
We see a poke comp going out from Alabama here with the Widow, Alari, Baptiste, Soldier, Sigma as Center Gold quickly notices the comp, goes down to the low ground. They don't want to poke at range. They want to take their close range advantage and win. And Vespid's going to come up close. If he gets walled off, there's not much that Alabama can do. If they go around this left side, they... Ooh, and we see the rotation around. Alari getting picked off. Wall still available. Wallig off the high guard. Wallig off his own Baptiste. He drops it as the Galvanijo gets Vespid down. And Soldier gets picked off too, leaving only Corn, please, in the back of the point. Already called out. Who's James going to get the snipe on her as well?
and that reaction time from Center to see the poke and immediately go behind cover is absolutely beautiful.
It's just the quick micro movements, the rotations that really give Center Gold an advantage here in the fight, it seems like. And the right side is most definitely not where Alabama wants to be pushing with this comp. They want to be pushing left with the more space that they can. But now Center is here to really take that space and, you know, contest it. As Carp goes around, sniping in the backline, almost
Big
picking off
headshots.
Baptiste. The healers in the backline are getting terrorized by our DPS player over here. Getting a snipe onto the lamp also. Ooh, big block off onto the right side, but no picks are ever found as high ground is taken.
Going in.
Baptiste getting picked off by the rocks and a bunch of damage coming out. And Alabama has to retreat again. Whoa! Blocking off the Widow, getting rocks.
Whole team.
That's gonna secure the deaths of Alabama here. Alari running away, but Runner, he's the only one who gets to run.
Oh yeah.
Alabama's having so much difficulty getting into point. Cornflea is swapping off the Widow onto Bastion to maybe take some more space. And we see Vespid 98% to Rabbinic Flux swapping to Reinhardt, who's just going to get his shield destroyed by Who's James's turret mode. We see Shrub also close to ult, swapping to Reaper. Complete comp mix-up here.
Yeah, I mean, Center's going to be going into this fight with a handful of ultimates, and then
And
Alabama.
next fight, they're going to have ultimates again.
Next fight, yeah, and then Alabama just swapped off all their ults. So let's see how they
And
go.
if Center calls out carefully, if they meter out their ult usage, they just win the fight over and over again. Only thing coming close is Killmore's ultimate of Window, but that's not going to turn the fight. Center going for the Window soon, maybe? They're planning something with 5 ultimates ready up as Alabama backs up again. They don't even need ultimates to hold the point, but Alabama's building ultimates. There goes the Who's James Artillery Strike, taking so much damage as Blizzard comes out as well. Beat coming out too. We see 3 ultimates from Center, and since the fight dragged out for so long, we actually see Alabama building some ult of their own. Shatter coming up soon, and we see the DPS probably going to get it before the match ends.
It looks like every ult but Window from the side.
4
of Center.
ultimates from Center Gold just to secure the fight. What turned out to be a really advantageous position is now a little trickier, but I believe the Window itself, they can win another fight and get some rotations on ultimates.
Window turret mode absolutely melts, and if you get a good rock with Sigma through the window, that can do a decent amount of damage to one of those supports.
Looks like they're planning to move forward again. Window early, down with the turn mode as the wall comes out, block
Big
them
wall.
off. The damage is just too much for Alabama. The amount of damage from a windowed Bastion is just too much on point as Lucio tries to touch point. Playing with their food, staggering the Lucio over here,
That
getting
Lucio
moved into
did
the
it.
water by Runner. Oh my lord.
Not letting the Bastion
And
get the kill.
that map is going to go to center gold once again.
I think we need to have a boot.
Ah, first point, not the map, my bad. Oh, the block by Car on the rocket charge as Shatter coming out. Center only has to get the first pick onto this point before they get Blizzard World into their pockets as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was worried there for a second. Center committing with 4 ultimates while Alabama didn't use any during that fight. I mean, it
The
worked out
confidence
well, though.
of their
It's
play.
Center just having that confidence to use that window turret mode and absolutely melt with the wall.
All right, and we are seeing the heroes coming out in about 15 seconds. Center has 4 minutes, I believe, to get this first pick. They have so much opportunity here. One fight when it's theirs, and we know Center, they're going to move fast. They're not going to leave it to fate or to time.
You get the same comp we saw earlier from the side of Center.
Works wonderful on this map, and Center is going to push hard with it. I know that. See them not going to their poke like last time, sticking with Corn Please on the Bastion, getting Shrub onto May, and we see a mirror comp, hopefully, as we see Aqua Plot Pride still haven't chosen yet. Liari, so they're not going to have the speed, but they will have a little bit more range, but I don't think that's going to help them much in this fight, actually. The speed boost is to disengage from Who's James's Bastion could be really helpful. And we are getting into the match. So let's see if Center Gold can push over to the first tick of Blizzard World. Speeding out of spawn already. And fire is being shot both ways as Center is making their way up the streets. Already picking out that Alari, trying to figure out where Pylon is at all times. The Center is just walking forward. Turret mode coming out early from Corn Please. As soon as that turret mode goes down, Center has free reign to just walk forward. And there it goes. They're going to wait for 1 second, let shield recharge, and then feel like they're going to go. And as soon as Pylon's down too, massive. And Center is going to go. Wall coming down, Galvanizer getting blocked, but wall coming down to the Baptiste. He's not going to get walled off though. Bastion turret mode coming back fast enough. Bastion taking a lot of damage. He's 1 HP, but they're not quite at Runner getting the mate. Bastion's so low here. The Center is just not able to get in yet. We've got it. Bastion getting taken down. That's the advantage for Center Colleges. Their own turret mode comes out. A lot of damage onto the Baptiste as he's jumping up in the air. Sigma does not have grasp.
It's still on point for Alabama.
Window coming out. This fight is in Center's favor here as they just have so much presence on point, and they just push Alabama off over and over, just playing around the Bastion cooldown.
Yeah, I mean, getting windows so fast is insanely impressive, and then just being able to walk onto spawn or onto point shows how dominant Center has been over this map.
And we see Who's James with play of the game. Big plays here on the defense, I think. James just picks up last hit after last hit, stealing all of those kills. Classic James moment. We're going to see you in the next map of Flashpoint in a little bit. Please stay tuned. welcome to our third map of NECC Week 5. Onto a beautiful Suravasa Flashpoint map. We see Center Gold always playing this map. It's got some good points, and we're going to see, I'm guessing, a very similar Sigma Pokey Rush back in Maycom. Crazy!
It is.
Called
Looks like
it!
Alabama's running with the Orisa rather than the Sigma.
I think that goes in Center's favor, as Sigma has a better matchup against Bastion than Orisa does.
Very true.
First point's gonna get real gritty, real close. We're really gonna see whoever gets the better turret mode or the better wall probably win the first fight, or we're gonna see it drag out for a very long time. So I don't think Center Gold has ever fought on the first point of Suravasa for 4.5 minutes, like some people I know.
Those some people, only the best players.
Exactly. We see them speed out of spawn to first point. Going around onto the right side as they always do. Alabama coming in through the main window side as they get the point, and damage coming out from both sides. Turret mode early from Center as they get the wall down too. Honestly, good for Center as Bastion goes down to the amount of damage coming out, and that's just going to go to Center's favor. Who's James pelting in damage from the recon
Getting
mode.
split by the wall as their Sigma goes in just to absolutely melt the rest of the team.
I just want to call out on that perfect tracking there from Who's James. I don't think he missed for a second there onto the tank of Alabama. You see the damage pumped out constantly, and first point goes to Center. They have practiced this map over and over, and they are really good at it.
Center going wide had me a little bit worried for a second because Alabama went right to point, but Center's just on the
Center always goes onto that side passageway. It just gets them the advantage with their longer range comp and getting the Bastion turret to swing around the corners a lot. As you see Alabama coming around the side too. Kill point is just wider here than in those windows. You don't have to move up high ground to get to the enemy, as Alabama's getting pushed across. They can't do much wall coming out, but not going to do much wall from our center as well, as damage is pumping into both turret modes coming out. Tuesday taking them some damage, but now no kills from other side.
Coming out.
Lamp massive. The enemy Varisa going in without enough support, and they get picked off one by one once again. Alabama just getting destroyed by the amount of damage that comes out from Center Gold. Artillery strike coming from Blue James. Oh, we were all waiting to see if he died there, and
Would have been a little.
a classic Who's James moment, clutching up there all by himself. There was no Lucio to be seen at all during that 1v1. As Center takes the first point, that's all you need on Flashpoint is 2 fights, and the point is yours. You move on to the next. As they move into the more enclosed space, this is one of the funkiest points in Overwatch with the super long, narrow choke point stairway. Holding point is an inherent low ground. It's really a strange geometry, but we know that Center Gold plays it well. Alabama may have some issues as the damage gets poked into the windows. Rotate, massive nade as they rotate left side. Haven't seen
Gold
this
already
before.
coming out and Lamp already coming out.
That's just so much so fast. We see Vespid just forced to use cooldown after cooldown. Blizzard coming out, beat 2.
That's a really good beat.
Carp getting picked off, but Runner over here staying alive as Vespid goes forward with the Terra Surge. Getting booped out by Hanzo main over here, saving Tooney's life, and that might actually go to the point, as it's just Tooney and Galvanizo here. And a lot of damage. Galvanizo probably going to go down as Tooney gets picked off. The point goes over to Alabama. And you know, I was making fun of that boop, but that actually was a strategic stagger from Hanzo main, stealing the kills from Vespid to stagger Center farther. Looking at the ultimates here, we see Center only having 1 on deck, 2 coming up for Alabama. The closest next one is Who's James's artillery that he used early in the first point. So we're going to see some ult advantage coming out from Alabama. That window is especially dangerous. A big wall goes onto their team here as Turbo coming out from
Turbo.
That's no artillery going to come out as Blizzard comes out too, but not going to get any picks as Carp goes forward. Taking a lot of damage. May no ice on both sides though. Lamp having to come out too. Carp barely surviving.
Get out.
Getting booped and pushed around as the Alabama is really fighting for this point. Ooh, the Baptiste are 1 HP in the back, but not getting picked off. Still alive, pumping out heals. Window coming out too. A bunch of massive nade from Who's James though, as Artillery Strike comes out too. A Flux too, that's a lot of ultimates for the point. But
their Artillery Strike comes out also, having to use ults though just to make sure.
Oh, a massive rock.
Like it's working.
And that Bastion's gonna stagger himself onto the point. We saw many ultimates come out from both sides, but it was worth it in the end when you're at 99%. Center has nothing but beat and window coming up. We see Terra Surge, beat, and a Blizzard coming up soon. So if Center is not careful, that Blizzard could turn the fight.
We did see Center going into a previous fight with only window, and we saw how that went. So window and beat could be enough. For
They
Center to
know
win
how to
this fight.
play around this. They're going to be planning for a window turret mode at any second here. Just trying to see where Alabama pushes from, but they need to use it early, or else the Blizzard is going to come out and ruin those plans. As we see Alabama heading left again. Rock going on to Shrub, but they rotate around to the left, and this is the perfect time for a window, but Center is getting split without their tank. Terra Surge comes down as well as the beat. Window coming out just for our Baptiste as he takes a lot of damage. Beat coming out from both sides. Lamp having to come out too. Center getting really split in this fight, really costing them a lot here as two go down. Galvanizo going into point to touch, and he's going for last point, but they're not going to get this point, and that lost fight's going to turn the point to Alabama's favor.
Yeah, I mean, using the ults from both sides. I mean, that's just how this last point goes. 2 fights and you're over.
We really saw that Center wasn't getting prepared enough for that macro rotation coming out from Alabama onto the left side of point. It looks like they hadn't dealt with that before, and it got them 2 times in a row. Center is going to have to look out for the rotations from Alabama as they start to figure out Center's movements and location. As we go to the most open point of this map onto the coast side of Suravatha, Center's going to be taking control of the point first, but it looks like Alabama's going to fight for it, move forward. Wall coming out early, going to take out at least window and the Bastion. That point is in. That fight is going straight for Center. Wall just turning around the fight as he comes around with the flank too. Almost getting the wall up again. He can block a lot of them off here. Runner comes up getting kill after kill. The point takes down Runner. Chasey doesn't go far enough. No aggression in the blood yet. Technically the right play, but all of us here at the stream want to see a Runner pop off and get a 5k over in the enemy spawn.
Oh, for sure.
Looking at the enemy ultimates here, we see only one coming out on Awkward Pride and a artillery strike as well. Looks like Center is planning for artillery strike right now with the Bastion in safe position. Going forward with the Flux artillery strike. Gonna land right onto the lamp, doing a ton of damage, but they are gonna survive it. Baptiste healing up the damage as turret mode comes out from both Bastions. Galvanizo getting 600 HP total from all of that grass as wall comes out from Shrub over here, getting close to a Blizzard. Carp, and we see the artillery strike from the enemy team Alabama here. Ajax out of the
Lucio in the Bastion.
freezing Lucio in the middle of a beat animation as well, and that point is gonna window coming out from both sides. The window is a big ultimate going to be used by Awkward Pride here. Not gonna secure the point after 3 of Awkward Pride's teammates are already down. And Center already speeds to the last point, the next flash point here.
I mean, that beat freeze is absolutely insane. I don't know if that was intentional, but the fact that Lucio got frozen as soon as that beat animation would have gone off.
Brilliant Ajax.
Yeah.
As we see, Center is really comfortable on this point of Suravatha. They love this high ground. I've seen teams not even able to move onto the point because of this high ground position. We see Alabama moving in. Turret mode gonna take out that wall and save Galvanizo. Oh, but the freeze is gonna get a lot of them in the backline. Terra Surge coming out too. Oh, Carp sniping Shrub though as Bastion jumps onto point. Carp is a little split here, going to get pushed into the backline, but he's gonna have wall up for next fight, and it's gonna actually be a big play as Arisa getting walled. Oh, but a lot of damage coming out. It looks like Center's gonna popping out the Flux here, getting the BAP, and the Bastion is 1 HP. They only have Lucio on a point as the beat comes out. Bastion 1 HP, extremely low, getting the pick onto Runner here as the fight is going back and forth. It's just Galvanizo on point. The Lucio is just able to keep them barely up alive as the mate comes back.
I think that was smart to back out, and the beat there from Runner was good for contest.
But we see them back off point.
Everyone's backing up.
Galvanizo gets a little touch there, a little cheeky touch, and backs off. But we see 2 ultimates from Center getting popped there for only 2 from Alabama. But we saw the point go to Alabama as Center goes up to the high ground. Bastion turret nade getting popped out early. We see Awkward Pride whip the window once again though as they go up high ground. Turret moting as well. A lot of damage coming out from both sides here. But the position is in Center's favor.
Ooh, Carp ultimate getting
Blizzard getting eaten is a massive push here, but Arisa pushed on to point 1 HP, but Runner reloading is going to take, not going to get the heal in time, but she's still so low HP. Center going with the just sustained for so long and got the point, and so now they are at 74%, which is pretty much 90% on a normal control map. So if Center loses this fight, they may lose this point as well, and it goes to 2-2.
Center not being able, or being able to win that fight even with the Blizzard getting eaten just shows how they're ready for anything. They're ready for that Blizzard to go out, but they still are able to win the fight without it.
Again, Ultimates, we see only Tooney with his window. I want to see it come out fast and early as the Corn Please Bastion artillery strike come out, not getting any picks. Boost James on and off angle with the window, going to do a bunch of damage into the beat. Gonna just shoot down a hallway for as long as he can, but he's taking so much damage from Corn Please. And Center is getting pushed back and forth as Flux comes down too as well. Galvanizo getting the pick onto both supports down for Alabama, and Center's still in the fight. 4 people as the point goes to Center as well as they take out the Orisa.
Yeah, it'd be a fast touch from Alabama.
We see May walking over. May's not going to get here in time, so the map is going to go to Center. They're not going to reach in time, and so... Oh! Week 5 of NECC goes to Center 3-0. As you see them going on to their favorite map of Sarabossa and just dominating like they always do. Good plays all around by Alabama and Center. Thank you all for joining us, and let's see a beautiful Galvanizo play of the game. The Flux at the end of the fight, when he was down 1 support, seemed to work out in the end, as it just completely separated the enemy team, and Vespid jumped off the map to reduce and get staggered, but the map was already over. Thank you all for showing up and supporting Center Gold. Please come and support our future streams. We have a game on Friday, correct?
Yes, indeed.
Come watch and support our other esports athletes, and thank you all. Have a good night.